बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। प्यारे बच्चों, आज पर जेनेटिक्स से ब्याक आप टॉपिक is now paleotrophy or paleotrophic effects. बी करबा रिपीट थोड़ा मेंडल सुन कंसेप्ट क्या उस according to Mendel, a single gene can affect only one character or single character. For example, gene for height, it affects only height of plant body. It only controls stem height. Similarly, gene for flower color, it only affects color of flowers. But in case of paleotrophy, a single gene has multiple phenotypic effects on an organism, and it affects number of characters simultaneously. The ability of a gene to have multiple phenotypic effects of an organism and affects number of characters simultaneously is known as paleotrophy, and the genes are said to be paleotrophic genes. That means paleotrophy means gene of gene karan variant character simultaneously affect. In addition to primary effect, primary effect primary function अगर ये affect गई primary function तो यह सत वारियन character affect करान अमि जीन सत वारियन character असरात पेवान वारियह character involve गसान. That means it affects the whole phenotype of an organism. Human genes are paleotrophic genes. The earth potential or ability is paleotrophy. In case of human beings, a gene producing a disease called as phenylketonuria is a defective gene that causes a disease called as phenylketonuria, wherein it produces abnormal phenotypic traits such as mental retardation, widely placed incisors, pigmented patches on skin, and excessive sweating. That means primary effect allows you variant character effect karan like mental retardation is secondary effect, widely placed incisor secondary effect, pigmented patches on skin secondary effect, and excessive sweating is also secondary effect. गो अको जीन वारियन कैरेक्टरन करान असर अंदाज वारिया कैरेक्टरन इन्वॉल्व गसान अ जीनस paleotrophic gene. Another disease in case of human beings, that is sickle cell anemia, wherein RBCs become sickle shaped instead of normal shape. First we take phenylketonuria disease. In this disease, what happens? It's an autosomal or recessively inherited disorder. That means this type of disorder is found on autosomes. Autosomes means body chromosomes. For example, in case of human beings, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Out of 23 pairs, 22 are autosomes. They are similar in both male as well as in females. And one pair, also called as sex chromosomes, which are somewhat different in males and females. For example, in case of males we have X and Y, and in case of females you have X and X. But this disease is found on autosomes, and if they are found in recessive condition, it shows its disorder. And this disorder can be inherited from parent to offspring. That's what's called autosomal recessively inherited disorder. In this disease, what happens? The affected individuals lacks an enzyme that converts the amino acid phenylalanine into tyrosine. As you can see in the diagram, you have phenylalanine. If it's acted upon by gene, first that gene form a protein, because on protein synthesis, gene is a segment of DNA which undergoes transcription to form messenger RNA, which on translation form a particular protein, and that protein can sometimes act as enzyme, because all enzymes are proteins. And in case of phenylalanine, it's an amino acid. It's acted upon by gene first, which form enzyme first. That enzyme is phenylalanine hydroxylase, and convert this phenylalanine into tyrosine. Tyrosine another amino acid. If this tyrosine is formed because of phenylalanine hydroxylase, it's acted upon by another enzyme which is formed from another gene, gene number 2. That enzyme is called tyrosinase, which converts tyrosine into melanin. Melanin is a pigment that gives skin its color. And in case of affected individuals, when phenylalanine hydroxylase is not formed, what happens? Phenylalanine amino acids is accumulated and converted into phenylpyruvic acid and its derivatives. As seen in this diagram, phenylalanine gets converted into phenylpyruvic acid and its derivatives, and accumulation of these products in brain results in mental retardation. Other phenotypic effects include hypopigmentation of skin, that means it is because of lacking of enzyme melanin, eczema due to interference in melanin pigment synthesis. Primary effect is mental retardation, while the secondary effects of phenylketonuria disorder include hypopigmentation, eczema, heart and kidney failure. The second disease in case of human being is, that is sickle cell anemia. It's again a highly dangerous disease in case of human beings. What happens is also autosomal recessive disorder, and the disease is controlled by a single gene, that is HB gene, hemoglobin gene, having two alleles, HBA and HBS. HBA means normal hemoglobin allele, and HBS means sickle shaped hemoglobin. Out of 3 possible genotypes, I have already told you that in case of diploid individual, there are only 2 alleles for a gene, which may be either homozygous or heterozygous, homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive, or in some cases it may be heterozygous. That means 3 possibilities: either HBA, HBA, that means homozygous dominant, or it may be HBA, HBS, it is heterozygous, containing 2 alleles. One is normal, second one is defective. But in this case, one is normal, it shows its dominant effect, and the person may be act as a carrier but don't show any type of disease due to dominance of normal hemoglobin allele. And third one is HBS. HBS is a 2 recessive alleles, and in this case it shows disease and the person is having sickle shaped RBCs. That means only third one shows disease, while a second one is a carrier of disease. It can carry disease from parent to offspring. and in another generation, if it crosses with another parent, it's also carrier. The individuals formed, offsprings formed, they are having two sickle-shaped alleles and thus shows its effect. Defect is caused by what happens? Defect कहाँ पे हो रहा है? Defect is caused by substitution of glutamic acid by valine at the sixth position of beta globin chain of hemoglobin molecule. Hemoglobin molecule is, it consists of two chains. One is called alpha chain and second is beta chain. In case of both normal as well as defective gene, alpha chain remains the same, but it's only the beta chain and only at the sixth position, while in glutamic acid, that is amino acid, it is substituted by valine. In case of normal gene, you have, it's a DNA molecule 5 prime to 3 prime, another one is 3 prime to 5 prime. At the sixth position you have GAG, guanine, adenine, guanine, and its complementary strand contain cytosine, thymine, guanine. Cytosine, thymine, it's again cytosine. It's not G, it is C. When this gene undergo transcription, it forms mRNA, while in this 3 prime to 5 prime it acts as a complementary strand, and from this strand it forms mRNA which is complementary to this strand, that means GAG, and on translation GAG codes for an amino acid called as glutamic acid, GLU. And when glutamic acid is formed, it forms normal, it gives normal shape to this RBCs which can easily pass through capillaries. But in case of sickle cell gene, what happens at the sixth position, instead of GAG you have GTG, that means adenine is replaced by thymine, and in the complementary strand you have C, thymine thymine is complemented to adenine, that means CAC. Again you have C, not G. It is CAC, it is not G but it is C. यहाँ पे misprint हुआ है, it is CAC. And when this DNA strand undergoes transcription, it forms mRNA that is complementary to this 3 prime 5 prime strand. C is it's having complementary strand as G. In case of mRNA there is not thymine replaced by uracil, that's why you have GUG, and GUG on translation it forms amino acid called as valine at sixth position. And when there is a valine at the sixth position of beta globin chain, it gives a shape of RBCs which is not normal shape, which is sickle shaped, and thus they can't pass through capillaries and show number of secondary effects. This is sickle cell anemia recessive trait. Normal RBCs smooth shape allows for easy passage through capillaries, whereas irregular means sickle shaped RBCs, it causes blockage of capillaries. This is the secondary effect of this. When there are two genes, two copies of sickle cell allele, all the hemoglobin is the sickle cell abnormal variety, which causes abnormal hemoglobin crystallizes when oxygen content of blood is low, causing RBCs to become sickle shaped. In this case you have sickle shaped, it is normal one, and it is the primary effect. It shows secondary effect like First, breakdown of RBCs. Second, clumping of cells and clogging of small blood vessels. Third, accumulation of sickle cells in spleen, which again shows effects like physical weakness, anemia, heart failure, pain and fever, brain damage, damage to other organs, spleen damage, which again shows effects in the form of impaired mental function, paralysis, pneumonia and other infections, rheumatism and kidney failure. That means a single gene affects number of characters simultaneously and affects number of body organs simultaneously. This is the example of sickle-shaped anemia. These are examples of pleiotropic genes. I hope you understand this topic nicely. Inshallah, we will come with another topic. Till then, बियो खुदाए सवाल दियो इजाज़त। अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू।